Ho-Chunk Nation is decriminalizing cannabis on tribal lands. Our Wisconsin State Capitol Bureau Chief Vanessa Kelson has more about what the announcement means.
Cannabis is illegal in Wisconsin and at the federal level, but the Ho-Chunk Nation says it's time for its members to benefit from the $43 billion industry.
We're securing our rights as sovereign nations.
Kristin White Eagle, a legislator for the Ho-Chunk Nation, clarifies the tribe is decriminalizing, not legalizing cannabis on their land.
This is a plant that indigenous peoples across, the earth have always been aware of its good properties and benefits for people and for the land.
But the Ho-Chunk Nation isn't planning on stopping there.
Part of the needs and wants that our people wanted was to see us move into the cannabis industry.
Richard Monette, a law professor at UW-Madison, says Wisconsin still holds criminal jurisdiction over tribe citizens.
To be honest, I'm concerned of the obvious, I think, legal battle that it will invite.
He says the Ho-Chunk's cannabis goals won't come without a fight.
They have the authority because, like all democracies, they get the authority from their own people. The question is, do they have the power?
This announcement comes right as the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration is calling for cannabis to be reclassified as a less dangerous drug. In Madison, Vanessa Kelson.